everyone. Today we are going to do September's deck building contest on Archidekt. I am doing it very late, so I didn't actually get a chance to participate in it, but I do want to still build the deck because, like I said, they are fun. I'm not building it to try to win, I'm building it for fun. Now, that's apparently the last fun we're going to have because September's deck building contest is brew an absolutely miserable Commander legal list just this once, ignore all considerations for social etiquette, and build a deck that no one wants to play. Lists will be primarily evaluated on how creative they achieve this goal. Extra consideration to those that do so without simply grabbing the top Saltiest card from EDHREC. So, my first thought was send triplets because I think that's the saltiest commander I could think of. Now, I pulled up on EDHREC all the different types of themes I think that are like going against the social etiquette. In fact, stacks, theft, curses, land destruction, and extra turns. The reason I think some of these are on here, so like Infect, obviously it's trying to end the game faster and it feels a little bit like cheating, but you know, it's a survivable thing, it's a deal withable thing, so I think that's like the least salty one. And then curses are specifically like fuck one person in particular. You're trying to tell that one person they can't play Magic, or if they do, something bad happens to them. And then the rest of people are just sort of watching you bully one person. Not very nice. Extra turns, I think you're sitting there and you're kind of playing solitaire. It goes without saying that like Storm decks do that too. But I feel like extra turns are sort of like the one that is the most solitaire. And then from there we take it up a notch to stacks. Stacks is a playable thing, I feel like, personally. You can play around it. Oh no, your Soul Ring cost one more. That's kind of a feel bad. But like, you can still play. It's just slower. It's slowing you down. It's pacing you. If there are ones that like try to literally lock out the game, those are the ones I'm going to be looking for the actual assault, like the ones that you can't play against. Or like, honestly, the cards that people, when I'm playing in a game and I see it, I'm like, oh, I would rather scoop than play this game. Those cards. Those are the cards that I would like to try to see. And then a step from that is land destruction. If your whole theme is land destruction and like you're not even playing Magic, then that's kind of annoying. Either you're playing solitaire because you destroyed everybody else's lands, or you've destroyed everybody's lands, including yours, and then there's like... Sorry, the cats are playing. I lost my track. Either one person destroys everyone's lands and they are the one playing Magic because they might have a little bit of lands left or they have a way to play around it, or they destroy everyone's lands and then you don't have a way to play around it, and it's just slowing the game down even longer and sort of taxing in your emotional state. And then the worst possible one is thievery. Like, I think that is the worst offense, and a lot of people love playing it. At the local game shop I go to, there are plenty of people that have theft decks. It's amazing how popular they are. Like, I'm not gonna build a deck that is good or expensive. Instead, I'm gonna play cheaty things that steal your cards and play those, the ones that you spent hundreds of dollars on or whatever. And that's hard. It's really hurtful to like the person who built that deck. Like, I put in a lot into this, and all of a sudden you're gonna steal it and play it, and I don't even get to play it. It's always a feel bad. I feel like that's honestly the worst one. Like, playing solitaire, it's annoying. I can watch you play solitaire, it's not fun. But like, taking my cards, that's a real like, fuck you. That's a real like, I'm gonna go into your deck that you built and I'm gonna play it better than you. Like, ugh, I hate that. So this is going to be a challenge. to build a salty deck. I'm gonna sort of go over each of these themes, see if I can maybe fit in like all of them into one deck. But yeah, that's the theme and the goal for today. So if you do enjoy this one, please do like, comment, and subscribe. I do want to hear what you think is the saltiest possible brews, like what you think is your least favorite card in Magic that you'd ever be like, you read it and you'd be like, nah, I don't want to play against that. I'm gonna scoop or something. Like I think this is gonna be a hard one. I don't know if it's gonna be a fun one. It's kind of like the 60 to 100 was kind of hard for me, so I think this one's gonna be a little hard. I think most of these are challenges, but some of them are really fun. We're gonna do our best. Yeah, okay. So the first theme I want to look at is Infect. I have to figure out what color I need to build the whole deck around. I don't know if it's just gonna be 5 color, because that seems kind of lame. I did cheat and look ahead at the top 3 that won EDHREC's approval, and it was like Zedru deck, Garth deck, and Lavinia. So like, sort of makes sense. Centropolis was not up there, but I think that's probably a little too obvious for them. But maybe that's the one I put, even though it's obvious. So looking at the Infect theme commanders, obviously Atraxa is at the top. I also want to think about when I'm playing Magic, when I play Atraxa, people don't know what deck I built. They don't know what version of Atraxa I'm playing. They just kill me because she's in the command zone. And I don't really think that's particularly fair to me, but, you know, a lot of people would say otherwise. You're just playing Atraxa. Like, clearly you have an aggressive and strong deck, or just your commander in general is very strong. She is a very strong commander. She is. So, okay. Obviously she's the top one in Infect because she can proliferate. Then she's got her, like, baby mini-me Excel. Vishkraz, who was in the Excel deck. Burmaz, he makes the little guys. There's a good amount of proliferate things in here. Skithirex. I love Skithirex. I love this boy. I built a Voltron deck for him. But like I said, Infect is a deal-withable problem, personally. So let's see. Is there anyone in here that could be considered something other than Infect? Not really. I guess Omnath doesn't really have Infect. Why is he in here? At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal a card if it is 3 or more colored mana symbols in its mana cost. If you do, add 3 mana of any combination of colors in your hand. If you don't, reveal it, put your hand. Kind of like a weird draw. Okay. I don't know. Rat's toxic, other toxic stuff. Big trample guy. Nothing in here has really grabbed my attention as I can be built to something other than an Infect deck. Other than, I guess, Omnath, but he isn't really interested in me. We'll move on to the stacks theme. Apparently many colors. Yeah, Lavinia was pretty up there. I feel like it's kind of cheeky to grab Lavinia. I do really like, she's a theft commander. I'll get there eventually. I'm not going to talk about the theft chick yet. Hokori, Dust Drinker. Lands don't untap during their controller's untap steps, and at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player untaps a land he or she controls. That's pretty limiting. I didn't know he was a legendary creature. Okay, moving on. Who else we got in here? Drana, activate abilities of your creatures your opponent's control can't be activated. Make a lot of dudes. Heliod is a combo in the command zone. Oloro is the man of the chair. Just love that guy. Queen Caleb and Krug. Discard all the cards in your hand that draw that many. You may choose an artifact creature. Weird. Okay. Send triplets. Thalia and the EDHREC monster. I do love them. I love the idea of them. I could build a deck for them just cause. What does it even do? You may play additional land on each turns. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. When Thalia attacks, sacrifice a creature or a land, then draw a card. She's just good. I like her. Also, it's Thalia writing the EDHREC monster. So, I also love that. Archidekt, he is one of the ones that you can lock out the game with pretty immediately. So, he might not be a bad idea. But I could also put him in the Thalia deck if I build Thalia. I could put land destruction in here because she gets lands and then also can sacrifice them. That could be an option. I think so far that's the only one I'm like interested in on here. The infect one I was not very interested in. So let's just pull her up and then we can come back to her idea. We're gonna skip theft. We're gonna put theft last. Let's do curses next. So, yeah, there's the obvious curse commander, Lind. Cheerful Tormentor. When a curse is put in your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the battlefield. Return it to the battlefield attached to you at the beginning of your next turn, and then at your upkeep you can move something from you to someone else. I like her. Personally, I think she's interesting. I might just put curses in the deck and maybe not build a whole curse themed deck. Yeah, I think we're probably just gonna put curses in the deck. Enchant player can't gain life, and whenever it is dealt damage, they lose half their life. Round it up. Yeah, that's just like a direct attack. Okay. Yeah, we're probably not going to use the commander from here. Let's do extra turns next. Lots of blue. Every single one of these has blue. So if I did Thalia, I wouldn't put any extra turns in? Or are there extra turns that don't have blue? Let's see. Blue, 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 dabba dee, dabba da. Interesting that Eluge is at the top. Is it just because he's new? Fish boy? I do like Mr. Fishboy. I guess because it costs less for each land with a flood counter. Okay, you're just casting a lot of expensive things. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Blue, 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 white, green. None of those are extra turns. Maybe extra turns isn't that juicy. We'll get rid of that one. We'll just get rid of that theme. Don't even think about it. Land destruction. Okay. This one makes a lot more sense. Let's see. Whenever land is enters the battlefield, he deals 2 damage to that dude's controller. Then let's see what else we got. I mean, Windgrace is on here. Hizzy's on. Solrolf, I love him. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on him. At the beginning of your upkeep, if he has 1 or more 1/1 counters, you may remove all of them. If you do, exile each other non-land permanent with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. Just get rid of a non-land permanent. So if you're doing land destruction, he gets bigger every time you destroy a land. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if he has more 1/1 counters on him, you can just destroy something else of someone's. So you're removing their lands and then any possible progress that they have made. That's kind of cool. I like Seraph a lot. I didn't think of him as a land destruction dude. But he would fit in the Thalia deck if we chose Thalia. And right now there's a lot leaning toward that. Land destruction is his 3rd most popular category. I kind of like the idea of this. Okay, moving on. Okay, and onto the theft theme. Let's see. There are 3 Abzan decks that are thievery. Some Orzhov and no Golgari, but let's see what they're talking about here. I mean, I'm just right now. All I'm seeing is the normal guys. So like Don Andres and Triplets, Empress Galina, Machismo, that one chickadee, yeah, I don't know how any of these are absent. Like, what does an Orzhov one look like? Oh, yes. Okay, so this is who I was talking about. I do love the idea of building an Ariette deck. I do really like her. Just like casting regular auras onto creatures. I actually have built an idea of it on my Archidekt already that I would want to build if I did build it, but I feel like it's just too rude. It's like, it's not how I want to play Magic. It's not how I want someone else to play against me. So I don't know, I'm like a little torn, but I did build a list for it in case I ever got to play it. So it exists. What about Abzan? Interesting. How are either of these the thief decks? Bilbo, if you would gain life, these are all one decks each. If you would gain life, gain that much life +1, and you can tutor for any number of creature cards, put them on the battlefield, and then shuffle. And then Enichthea, you can recur enchantments, which I guess you would just non-aura enchantments. I have no idea why Enichthea would be there. And then whenever you sacrifice an enchantment, draw a card. And then the final of the saga triggers gain life. I see Ariette. Monster? Cursed roll. Put that, if you control another roll, put that one, what does the cursed roll do? Monster is, it gets +1/+1 to trample. I think these are just all Ariette stuff. Yeah. Yeah, these are all just roll stuff. I don't really know how any of those are very much thievery. But you know, Ariette could go in Thalia. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the thief mechanic would work very well in Thalia. We might just go full land destruction, maybe add some curses and like a touch of infect. Cause I don't much see any thievery. Actually, that's not true. You know what's a theft deck? Freaking Turgid. And stuff like that. Opposition agent. Those are all thievery type things. And I don't know why mono black is not in here, because Turgid is a mono colored. Let me pull up mono black. This bish. Right here. This bish. The themes are discard and sacrifice because she specifically takes stuff. You know who else takes stuff? That is a Golgari. Hold up. Wait a minute. Check this crap out. Where is she? Where is she? She's new. There she is. Vraska the Silencer. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 1. If you do, return that card to the battlefield tapped under your control. Under your control. So you just take something and make it a treasure. And you know what else does it? Where's the other chick? Also in Golgari. People don't build her very often, apparently. There she is. She's at the top. I'm crazy. I have this deck. Whenever another creature is dealt damage with this turn by a... I'm too excited. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that is a copy of that, except for it's a food. So if Vraska says, take something from them, make it a treasure. Shelob says, take something from them, make it a food. Those things exist, and they're all in Abzan, so I think we're gonna just build Thalia. Yeah. Let's do that. Where are we? We're here. Let's put the Thalia, the Thalia, and the Gitrog monster in the command zone. Set commander. Newt's commander. Do we have a better art? What is this? That's amazing. I'll change that back in the very end, but I'm gonna leave this as this just so I can go back to her and keep reading her. But that's amazing. So, okay. I'm gonna throw in some stuff, and then I'm gonna bring you guys back real quick. I just want to throw in, like, some staples and some stuff that I think are, like, proper what we're going for. And then I'll bring you guys back. Okay. Wish me luck. Okay. So, I think I did it. I might have done it a little too fast, but who cares? So I don't have any curses, and so I sort of just struck that one out. No curses. I put some good Surf, land destruction, Thalia, theft stuff, Golgari, and infect. All of that is in here. So let's go through it. I called it Pass the Salt. I thought that was funny. Okay. So, cards I've kind of always enjoyed are also in here. So, like, Seraph is in here. I've always wanted to build him. I had no idea on sort of how that would go. And I think it's hilarious that it's going to be apparently in a salty way. So, land destruction Seraph. But Thalia and Gitrog is our lead commander. So we have Thalia, 4/4, first strike, death touch. You can play an additional land on each of your turns. Creatures and non-basics lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, and then when she attacks, you can sacrifice a land or a creature to draw a card. So we're sacrificing our own stuff. So we put in Mana Dorks, Recursion. Oh, I forgot to put Sun Titan in here. Pause. Sun Titan. Probably just gonna take out him. Don't need Skrelv. We don't need protection, we need removal. Anyways, we put some recursion in here to get those lands back and to get those little guys back. So I put in a bunch of like little mana dorks. I put that one infect, the Swarm Lord, who's gonna make a bunch of little 1/1s, and those we can also use as sack fodder. Now we are also going to make our opponents sacrifice things, and we are going to take things when they do that. Vraska's going to take stuff, Turgid's going to take stuff, Douthy, Op Agent. We're going to steal some stuff, because that's not fun. Nobody wants to play against that, so we're going to do it. And then also, Bruna and Gisela combo with Etiquette, because when they flip over into Berselia, one of my favorite things in Magic the Gathering, they say opponents can't cast spells with mana value 3 or less, and Etiquette says you can't cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. So, boom, locked out. I also put in a bunch of cards that people don't like in general, like these ones. People don't like Shieldreds, people don't like Orcish Bowmasters. You're gonna draw cards. You love drawing cards. Now it hurts you, and that sucks for you. Great Abolisher, don't cast stuff on my turn. Don't stop me from ruining your day. This guy, destroy your lands. Sorry, not destroy your lands. Tax your lands. You can only untap one. Elishnor, nobody likes her. I love her. She's my one true love. And I got a tattoo to dedicate that to her. It still has its little band-aid thingy on it, so whatever. I'm excited, but also so tired. So I have this weird, like, twisty nature going on right now. Okay. We've got Finn, because our commander has Death Touch, so it gives her infect, sort of. We've got Skithrix, because I love him, and he's in here. And him with Elish Norn is hilarious, and they need to be in the same deck together. It's my one dream come true. Apparently, the ideas I have in my head really want to be salty, but my heart, my soul, who I am emotionally, and what I want to play and bring to the table as a player, I'm not that mean. So I try to play a lot nicer. I put every single land in this deck that destroys another land. I put in Strip Mine, Dust Bowl, Demolition Field, Encroaching Wastes, all, just anything, if it destroys a land, and it is also a land, it is in this deck. And I made sure to put Ramanop and Crucible in here to be able to get those lands back from the graveyard. The removal pieces I put in here are mostly going to be sacrificial pieces. This one's a non-counterable one. Which, honestly, I think I'm going to take this one out because I just said recursion, and I realized that we actually need the 4-drop recursion artifact. I forgot what it was called. It's green. It's probably gonna... Oh, nope. I lost it. I almost had it. It's probably got, like, the word crucible in it, right? You're a green mana guy. It's an artifact. Are you just in the top? Top use cards, top cards. No. It's an artifact. No, I don't remember what it's called. It's in my other deck. I could have looked there. Artifacts. Not Great Henge. What? Conduit of Worlds. Conduit. Worlds. Perfect. And then removing that other removal piece isn't a big deal because we have so much removal. We've got, the removal category here. We've also got the thief category, which kind of counts as removal. We put an Esper Sentinel in here because nobody likes that. And also nobody likes braids. Land destruction, it's a hefty pile. It's a hefty pile of land destruction right over here. What am I missing? For the ramp, I put in pretty much just creatures because we can sacrifice them to Thalia's ability. And then, yeah, we also have Yasharn, who is a stacks piece, but also a, potential non-bow with the commander. But it's okay. He's cool. Nobody likes him. It's great. He ramps. He gets his lands. Wonderful. I found this card called Feast of Worms. Destroy target land. If that land is legendary, then its controller sacrifices another land. These are mean cards. I put in some stuff that cares about poison counters. I put in Karn's Bastion. I chose the Duskmourn lands because they're spooky. And they seemed fitting. Now, the last thing that we need to do here today is to take Thalia and put her into her one true glorious art. I don't know why this is an option. I don't know where this came from. Store Championship? It's a Store Championship promo. Yeah. Glorious. I think that this is a mean deck. I think that no one will want to play against this deck. And I think I did a pretty okay job building it. And this is my argument for it. I don't even think I need much of a description because I'm not going to post it to the command, the EDHREC cast because I already passed the date. So this is it. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing how mean I can be, apparently. September's deck building contest. I will do much better next month for October's. I will get it all ready to go ahead of time and actually be able to submit it. I hope October is going to be fun. I'm going to assume it's going to be something spooky, maybe like a horror theme movie, something like that. That would be cool. My birthday's in October also. October is one of my favorite months. I love doing spooky stuff. And I hope it goes well, and I will make sure I get the contest actually in submitted, all that other good stuff. So please, if you like this one, like it, comment, subscribe. Also, tell me your thoughts, please. I want to hear them. I like hearing about you guys. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
I'm rolling up a dolly and a guitar beast. Got my lands in line, it's time for the feast. All my getting drops and the fields go bare. Opponents are shocked, they just sit and stare. Salty place, that feeling sore. Wasteland strip mine, give them more. With the dolly and the guitar, we rule the fight. Crushing dreams and lands tonight. Guaranteed to shut things down. As specifical taxes every round. Later is a nightmare, steals the show. As hell knows the digs deep lands will grow. Salty place, that feeling sore. Wasteland strip mine, give them more. With the dolly and the guitar, we rule the fight. Crushing dreams and lands tonight. Guaranteed to shut things down. As percentage of taxes every round. Breakthrough is a nightmare, steals the show. As hell knows it digs deep, lands will grow. Salty place, that feeling sore. Dust bowl sinkhole, they can't ignore. The dolly and the guitar, we rule the fight. Crushing dreams and lands tonight. Crucible of worlds, bringing lands back. The motivation pain has got our back. Casualties of war, sweeping the floor. The smallpox in hand, the cry for sure. Salty place, that feeling sore. Rain of tears, they beg no more. The dolly and the guitar, we rule the fight. Crushing dreams and lands tonight. So here's the tale of a deck so mean. Filled with songs and lands wiped clean. The dolly and the guitar, they set the tone. In this battlefield, we'll break the throne.